Yep, I'm at it again, using spray foam in my art. Join me today as I make a stunning ocean abstract. Now, let's dive in. Welcome, Sea Rockers. Hey, today we are gonna make some abstract art. I took this foam and I used it in a little different way. And so this is what I got. I've primed it, and this is on an 11 by 14 board. I wanted to add a little more texture to this piece, so I got out my crackle paste, and I'm going to add it to it. The wonderful thing about abstract art is you just kind of go with your intuitions, and this is my intuition for today. Once this dries, then we'll be ready for some paint. And I'm sorry, but I started the party without ya. So basically for today's video is I'm going to be laying down some colors and layering and drying and layering and drying. And I won't bore you with a whole elongated process because it's multiple days and stages. And I'll take you through the highlights, and you'll be able to see how it transforms into our final piece, which is absolutely stunning. So this is one of my favorite things to do and favorite ways to paint. And it is to put paint on a board or a canvas and add some water. The paint's already thinned down a little bit anyway. And just move it around and let it mix and create its own art just naturally. If you're looking forward to the end result as much as I am, please splash that like button. You can also click the bell and hit the subscribe button. I appreciate your support. And sometimes the paint gets away from me and goes in places I don't want it to. But that's no biggie because it just adds depth to the painting itself. I'll just go in with a paper towel and sop up the areas that I don't want all that paint to be. Sometimes I feel like a little kid because how cool is this? How the paint mixes with the other paints and spreads out and makes these tendrils and swirls and things. I just love it. Here's another look at how the wet paint just spreads out and creates its own design. Well, here we are. This is where we're at so far. You can see that I've added some blue, Prussian blue, and that is my very favorite blue. I think I like it so much because it reminds me of the Pacific Ocean, that deep blue. But anyway, time to layer some more paint on here. Oftentimes, I won't have a direction for a particular part of my art, and that was the case with these little foamy pieces. I wasn't quite sure how or what I was going to do with them or how they would interact with the colors, but right now they look like great sort of rocky formations of such, because this is an abstract, it's not realism, and it's not a photograph. So anyway, this is getting a little bit of some bronze acrylic ink and pouring medium, and just giving it some depth and contrast to the blues. And when this dries, it will also have a shimmer iridescence to it. sometimes you need to speed up the drying process just a bit with a heat gun. Now, this particular heat gun I'm using is pretty low in wattage, so even though I still have to keep it moving, it's not as hot as the other one I use for resin. But as I'm getting towards the end of this piece, I'm going to add a little shimmer with some mica powder, and I'm going to mix it with a pouring medium. Now, little did I know, I ended up doing some more layers of the blues just to even some things out, but nonetheless, it still adds to your piece. Even if you think you've covered it up, it does add to the depth and dimension of the colors. Then I just put it on my art and then let it dry a little bit before I went on to the next step. But here's how things looked after I added all of the mica shimmer to it. Now it was time for a few little highlights, and you're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing, just touching things. Well, there's a little bit of paint, and the idea is for it to be subtle and not totally obvious. So that's why you don't see much happening, but there's a little bit. As you can see, we've come a long way. Look at this beautiful piece that's turning up. Oh my goodness, all the layers of the colors and how they work together just blow my mind. I'm in love with this piece, literally. But let me introduce you to my love-hate relationship with gold leafing. So I'm going to add gold leafing to these foamy nodule pieces. And, well, it goes fine. It's kind of a pain. I wish it was an easier process, but basically you put this adhesive down, let it dry a little bit, and then add the gold foil, the leaf to it, and then seal it with a sealer. But before you do that, make sure you take a brush, and I'll show you here, to brush off the extra leafing and make pixie dust everywhere in your studio. I do have to say though, adding gold leafing or anything like that adds so much to a piece that it's incredible. I'm finishing this piece up with some Arteza varnish, and stay for the reveal. Sometimes in life, we just surprise ourselves, and I am absolutely enchanted with this piece. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope that you'll like, subscribe, and share with your friends. This piece will also be for sale on my website. Thanks for watching, and until next time, go beach or go home.